Hi.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of I Know.
And welcome to our cozy corner of hell.
Hello. We've been getting so many sweet messages and like comments and stuff. Like I did not think people would actually even watch it
Yeah, no.
or listen to it.
I expected like my dad, your grandma.
I didn't even know. Oh no, she's listened.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, my dad listens the day it comes out.
I know. God bless Papa. And he'll send us like a feedback. He'll be like, listen guys, loved this part. Just some constructive criticism. The tech is not up to snuff. And we're like, Papa, we love you so much. But unless you want to fund this project.
This is what you're getting.
I got this for free because of TikTok. I love you so much, TikTok.
This one came from Kmart.
And that one came from Kmart. So... if anyone's wondering, no, I do not have an overnight maxi pad on the back of my neck. It is not my form of fashion this week. It's a heating pad. So, yes, if anyone is wondering what that is, just before we start.
Beautiful. I also feel like I have fur all over my face.
Oh my God, I do too.
If I'm like picking at my face, I'm not actually picking at it. I'm trying to get the kilos of fur off of it.
Kilos of fur was wild.
It is.
Who did I say was a pile of fur the other day? Or a pile of hair?
Pile of hair.
If anyone...
No, first you said a bag of hair.
I was furious at this fictional character. If anyone reads Akatar by Sarah J. Maas, his name's Tamlin, which you all know. Who, if you read it, you know who he is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, he's just a big fucking pile of hair. Like, he's just a big bag of hair. Like, he really is the most useless, annoying, awful, horrendous, personality-less man. Like, I wish he did, like, more stuff, like, that made him more of an outright villain. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, he's just
like, he's just
very
there.
Nothing. Yeah.
And the sidekick Ranger sends me, man. I hate that motherfucker too.
Like, yeah, no, he's awful.
If I had been trapped in, like, I fully support Feyre going crazy after being trapped in that house.
Oh, 100%.
Now, holy
100.
shit, she's bored to tears. She's bored. She was literally bored to a depressive episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the war she went through. It was literally because she had to sleep with that absolute duffel bag of hair. Like, I hate that man. And the audacity of that man, A, to be called Tampon, which is his legal name, and then B,
I don't know if you know.
and then B, to abuse this poor girl, and then 3, to fiddle in his spare time.
I know, the fiddle
He plays
is what
the
sends
fiddle.
me. The fiddle is absolutely horrendous.
Like, no hate to all the fiddlers out. What would
Fiddler.
Fiddler on the roof?
Yeah.
Fiddler. We're off to a flying start.
We really are.
I'm sorry.
But no, if a man started playing the fiddle, I would instantly get the ick.
And he was in it. She was like, he was sweating from his fiddling. Because he was fiddling so hard.
I have the most unhinged image of that
like
in my head.
Fiddle level super charge. Supercharge maxi level ultra. Level ultra.
Yeah.
Ow. Fucking hell. Oh, Tampon. And they're like, don't drink the fairy wine, Feyre. I'm like, fucking skull it, babes. Yeah. Bottoms up. You've got to. If you're going to have to that later, the big pile of hair, and he's going to bring the fiddle in. Listen to this. Fucking
Get
hell.
you in the mood.
My God, I just let What's-Her-Face kill me. I would have been like, I'd be like, it's not worth it, girl. Take me out.
Take me out. It's the only way out.
Sorry for my little brief fantasy book.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
What just
Something
came out of you? I'm disturbed by the noise that just exited your body.
I don't know how I did that.
Was that your spine clicking back into place?
So, I think the maxi pad has moved something around. I actually don't know how I did that. I'm actually so sorry.
Disturbing.
came out of me.
It erupted out of you.
Like, I don't even know how. I actually could not do that again.
It sounded like when Puggy coughed up that nibby.
Oh my God, this is not going well. Oh, wow,
Jesus.
that was a journey for you and also for me.
And that's the end of the podcast. I feel we can end it
I
there.
don't know what happened. I felt like...
Did you need to have a lie down?
No, it was almost a little bit liberating, actually.
Oh,
Like, there was something
yeah.
about it that, like, unleashed in there. Like, it was like, I swallowed and then it just opened up. I don't know. It just... Okay, oh my God. I hope that doesn't happen again, like, ever. Not just on camera, just mainly ever.
Honestly, saying it was weird.
Sorry, guys.
Alrighty, let's get on with it before anything else weird happens.
Puggy.
What's happening tonight? Why are we, what's going on?
Puggy, we're filming, Bubby. You do sushis for Mama.
Hey.
Before I get into this, or we get into this, I wanted to say that we have social media now.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't talked about it. We have. Everything is at our cozy corner of hell, all one word. TikTok, Instagram. We don't have anything else. YouTube. We have YouTube. We have Spotify. So come follow us. We post little clips. We do like extra content on there of just us, funny things, and we get to chat with you guys on there. So
very fun.
And if you listen on Spotify, I think there's something you should be doing on there. I think you can rate it or something, or follow it or something.
Yes, you can, and you can comment on it.
Yes, do all that.
Do all the things.
Also, thank you so much, Rimmel, because I have a full face of Rimmel on
Me
right
too.
now. Do you?
Yeah.
Full face of Rimmel.
Okay, so welcome. We're going to do today. So we're going to do all of our normal categories. We're starting with Am I the Asshole? We're going to dating horror stories. And then we are going to have a look at a little relationship dilemma.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Then we're going to move on. We're going to do true crime, floofy heroes.
So cute.
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right. Beautiful. Welcome.
Oh, there's a fucking bug in here.
Not again.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Putter's pooping.
Oh my God.
This tonight
Is a shit
is
show.
weird.
This bug is actually obliterated. It's not even flapping anymore. It's drunk as fuck. Come on, Bobby. Come on, sweet lamb. It's time to go home with Mama. There we go. Sweet boy. I'm not tipping it out.
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not. Don't you dare.
Oh, no, that's a wing. Whatever, I'll just eat it. I seriously don't care anymore.
Fucking hell.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, the door's open now, so if you can hear the world outside, that's not our problem.
Yeah, we don't want to suffocate in here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we are starting off.
It's just really stinks.
It is really stinky right now.
One of our cats has IBS, and I didn't know cats could get that.
Neither.
Like I thought that was like a white girl problem, but
It's a cat problem too.
yeah, Pudding has IBS. Oh, I probably shouldn't share his medical information on the internet.
True, he doesn't consent to that.
Yes, I'll take that back. Pugsley.
Is he chewing up my TAFE books? Puggy, I'm learning how to care for you better. That's just rude. Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7-week vacation? So he says, I, 32M, have been married to my wife, 30F, for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. She's a stay-at-home mum. We have Irish twins, 1F, 2M.
I don't know what that means. I see that on TikTok all the fucking time. I don't know what that means.
I
I
didn't
thought it
know
meant,
either.
this is horrible, but I thought it meant one died.
Oh, really?
I thought it was like we had And now I don't know
I
why.
just thought maybe they came out drunk. They're like,
I thought it was like we had 2 kids. I don't know. It's horrible. I don't know.
so what it actually means, because I didn't know, I had to look into it. I just went through the comments because so many people were like, what's Irish twins? It means like they're consecutively like 1 year, like the mum is basically like pregnant consistently.
Okay.
So like they're like barely a year apart usually.
Got it.
And
alive.
Yeah, definitely alive, not drunk.
Good.
So we have Irish twins, 1F, 2M, which was incredibly taxing for my wife. She wanted a solo vacation break for a few weeks where she would travel different states, visit her high school and college friends, go to concerts and do a lot of fun stuff.
Slay.
So she asked if I would be fine with it, and I asked if she could make it maybe a couple of weeks shorter, because 7 weeks managing our 2 children alone.
That's a long time.
Yeah, sounded really daunting, especially since work was also getting taxing recently. I do work remote, so at least that worked in my favour. My wife and I discussed for a couple of days, and I ultimately agreed with her that she did deserve a break because of what she has been through the past few years, and so she took her vacation.
I don't know, 7 weeks is a long ass time.
For sure.
And the kids are, 1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the first week managing our children alone was extremely difficult, and I did feel like I was losing my mind, but I survived. My sister came over to help me from the second week on. She was honestly a lifesaver, and I will be eternally grateful for her. I never directly asked her to help me, but I guess I indirectly did, because when she video called me at the end of the first week, I basically broke down in tears. So from the second week on, my sister stayed over at my house to help with my children, and a huge burden had been lifted off my shoulders.
Oh my God, he's not going to fuck the sister, is he?
No, but he's
you know
doing
those,
that energy.
You know those people that like are weirdly obsessed with their sibling?
Oh, there's a few of them today.
Is that not wild?
I know.
I swear to God,
bizarre.
my brother would not fart on me if I was on fire.
No.
Like... or no, actually take it back, that's all he would do. If I was on fire, my brother would fart on me.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
see if it like made a fireball.
He would be like, what are you doing, Ashley? What are you doing? And I'd be like, help, and he'd be like, nah. And, like, run away. Like, I swear to God. Or he'd be like, that was fucking stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You idiot. You idiot. My youngest brother, Tommy, like maybe I'm a little bit more like...
But he's more like your baby than
he's
anything.
like, yeah, he was born when I was 10, 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was like, I was like a single mom, we're still just. He's like my baby, but yeah, I don't know, definitely not a sibling relationship, and we didn't grow up together, so it was like a bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I just find it so weird. Or like brothers when they like pick their sisters up and like twirl them around and shit.
So weird. So weird.
My brother would like pick me up, twirl me around, and then dump me in like a swamp.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could throw you into the harbour.
Yeah, literally. Hi, Jack.
I love you. So I was really able to focus on work and meet my deadlines. So to be brutally honest, I did not miss my wife at all.
Okay, well, wives actually, ideally, in my opinion, are more than just glorified babysitters.
No, you're crazy.
So I'd venture to say if you don't miss your wife because you didn't think you could handle the kids, then like there's no relationship there at all, right?
Right. Like if you just need someone to stand in and be a babysitter, then
fuck your sister.
Yeah.
And I guess people, that's the moral of the story. Please continue.
I was emotionally and mentally relaxed and also had a lot of fun with my children and my sister. I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7-week vacation.
7 weeks is wild. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but like...
if he agreed to it, then yeah.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I slowly fell out of love with my wife.
Slowly? It's only been 7 weeks.
Right?
What do you mean slowly?
Pretty fast.
I've had periods that have lasted longer. What What do you mean?
I actually have.
Me too. Slowly fell out of love with her. Slowly. What are you on about, mate? He's 7 weeks. Come out.
Yeah, no, that's pretty speedy. When my wife came back from her vacation, she was super refreshed and recharged. But to be honest, I was a bit indifferent. My wife tried to initiate sex the first night she came back, which I rejected because I said I wasn't feeling it. The subsequent days, I had the same level of indifference in our day-to-day life, and she probably noticed but didn't say anything. A week later, she asked me why I was like this, and I told her I don't love her anymore. She apologized for taking the 7-week vacation and asked her if there was anything she could do to fix it. I told her no. She pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated. I see you twitching.
No, just like, damn.
I know, right? She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce, which surprised me because I already told her and I don't love her anymore.
Oh, yeah. See, her bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is she being so weird about it?
So weird.
Yeah.
She asked if we could do couples therapy or marriage counselling first before I started looking for a divorce lawyer. And I told her I needed some time to think about it. I spent a few days thinking about it and I am still leaning towards a divorce because I basically don't love my wife anymore. And I don't think marriage counselling can fix it. Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife because she took a 7-week vacation?
And into love with my sister.
Yeah. Back to him wanting to fuck the sister.
I
Weird.
think it's pretty wild, but also I'm not ruling out a head injury.
Absolutely.
Because this is a strange story.
Mm.
Like, she went away for 7 weeks and I said it was okay. And now I don't love her. It's like, well, did you ever love her to begin with? Probably not.
Probably not.
But also, I don't know.
Yeah. I hear you. So I went through
It's
the
giving
comments.
salty. Like, salty. That's not what I meant to say.
What's happening tonight?
It's
Should
not,
we just try again
it's
tomorrow?
not actually not at all what I meant to say. I meant to say sus. And I said salty.
Could be sus and salty, I guess.
Am I all right? You know, I've been noticing I've been stuttering a lot more lately, and I Googled it. I wrote, do I have a brain tumor?
Mm.
And they said that apparently it's because of my meds, because I'm like finally slow enough to like make informed decisions when I speak and do things. Now my brain's like, but I stutter a lot. And
Oh, no.
Yeah, but anyway, my friend, I called Steph and Steph was like, oh no, that happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because she's on similar meds. So I was like, whew, thank God. But anyways, not that that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so head injury, coconut.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, the whole like falling out of love and yada, 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 I just think that's stupid and not plausible.
No, right? I often believe there has to be a coconut that's fallen on people's head.
7 weeks is not that long, but very long for a mother to go without their 1 and 2 year old child.
So
that is bananas.
This is where the comments got very interesting. So someone commented on it and said, my mum went on an 8-week vacation when we were kids. Decades later, we found out it was inpatient rehab for alcohol.
100%. I was like the psych ward.
Yeah, not even our dad knew where she actually went at the time.
Oh.
So they think that she's checked herself into...
You can't have your phone though, can you?
No. So then we have... So there's other comments of people...
That's like when anytime I have an inconvenience, I'm like, oh, can't take my phone though.
Yeah.
I'll go, but...
But like, can I keep my phone?
They don't let you take books either.
Oh, I thought they did.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think
Comment below. Not as many books as I would need.
Yeah, true. Oh, I couldn't listen to audiobooks.
I know, you can't take anything.
Oh, it's so sad.
Imagine sitting alone with your own thoughts.
Awful.
Oh, that's probably the point.
Yeah. You can take colouring books.
It's not what you... Oh, I can't colour.
I know.
I'm fucking shit at colouring in. I can't talk about this again.
I know.
I'm really bad at it.
Yeah. It's a sore spot.
Anyway, your makeup looks good.
Thank you. It's all Rimmel. Yeah, so there's a lot of people saying, I took a month out from my husband and 2 kiddos to attend a private rehab. It caters to CPTSD and other disorders. So there's a lot of people on the rehab train. I am on the rehab train. I'm like, okay.
My God, that's such a sad life, though, if you cannot tell your husband, like your life partner, what you're doing and what you need. And
I know.
like, imagine how much she would be suffering in silence if that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And then this will be a blessing in disguise because they shouldn't be married at all, I'd argue.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. So then we have an update.
I don't know many mothers. I don't know any mother, good mother, that would be okay taking a week away from their 1 and 2 year old, let alone 7.
No.
That's a bananas amount of time.
Yeah. The only thing that like I can think of is he sounds like an idiot, number one, and just I'll read you the update, but he sounds like even more of an idiot in that one. Update. Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7-week vacation? I posted my original post last night and went to sleep immediately after. I have deleted it for anonymity's sake, but it was preserved here. That's just thingy. I woke up this morning, spent an hour reading the comments, and decided that I at least owe it to our children to try couples therapy before considering divorce.
No shit.
Right. I told my wife of my decision, and she was really happy about it. But I also told her I don't expect too much to come of it, because I just didn't love my wife anymore and wasn't sure if couple counselling would fix that.
So what's like, okay,
I feel like he was just looking for the door.
not to get into like the whole existential sense of it, but like what the fuck is, like, if you're going to say like, I don't love my wife anymore. Okay, well, like in 7 weeks, you don't stop loving someone. I'd argue if you really truly love someone, you don't ever stop loving them.
Yeah.
It's not a transactional emotion, I'd argue. What, you're not attracted to her anymore? That's different. You're not invested in the relationship anymore? That's different. Like, do you know what I mean? I'd argue, Puggy, do not try and fight him. He will rock your shit. We've seen it happen before.
Frequently.
Anyway, yes, sorry, keep going.
No, you're all good. So I want to clarify a couple of things. Money was not an issue. I am lucky to be working in a high-paying, albeit stressful job. It really didn't bother me how much money my wife spent on her trip. The main issue was I was emotionally and mentally overwhelmed managing 2 children while I was also working full-time, albeit remote. So he's working from home.
Still. Imagine working a full, like, I mean, everybody write this day down in their books, me on the same side as a man, but
wild.
Imagine you're working full time and a 1 and a 2 year old. First of all, I would argue that's impossible because they're like fucking eating shit and shit, like putting their foot in their mouth and like eating like, I don't know, hand soap. Like you can't be just like stay in here. Like they're gonna be like goo goo gaga bap bap. Like you can't, like they're putting everything in their mouths again. Like they're like babies. That's like a baby. That's not like a 6-year-old that you can go say go watch your iPad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they're babies. So my wife was also specifically against daycare for personal reasons. By the end of the week, I had lost my sanity and basically broke down in tears when my sister video called me. My sister had enough time to come over and help from the 2nd week on. And she really wanted to because it gave her a purpose in life. She has no plans to be in the workforce and she is pretty much set in life because of my father's money.
Well, marry her then.
I know. I did ask my father to not leave any money behind for me and give everything to my sister because I was already in the workforce and had a good job.
Hear that, Jack? Hook me up.
So, someone commented, did you or the kids have any contact with your wife during this 7-week vacation? OP said, she called me 2 times during the entirety of her vacation.
Oh, rehab.
It's giving rehab.
Oh, rehab
or
for
psych ward.
For psych ward or rehab for sure. Oh, I feel so terrible that she's like felt like she couldn't say that to him or like confide in him.
Yeah, it's horrible. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I'm disciplining Puggy from afar.
Good job. Puggy. You.
Down.
Come here.
Come here. God, he's so cute. It makes me want to scream.
I know. It hurts my heart. Alrighty. So we're moving on to dating horror stories. Ready for this one?
I don't know. Your tone is making me nervous, but yeah.
So, the title is Found Out I've Been Dating My Father for Almost 4 months. Okay, so this one, so they have put trigger warnings in it. So just incest, physical and mental abuse. So, found out that I've been dating my father for almost 4 months. Throw away because I can never have anyone know this happened to me. I still have no idea how to process it. Buckle up because it's a long one. Also, just sidebar, his username is Call Me Father Fucker.
Legend.
I love him.
Want to be friends. So wait, it's a guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll keep reading.
Okay.
So I've never met my dad. He ran off when my mum found out she was pregnant with me. My brother was only 8 months old at the time, so he also has no memory of him. There are no pictures of him anywhere, and my mum hates talking about him. All I know is that he was emotionally abusive to her and a real asshole. I, 25 male, have a thing for older men. Call it daddy issues or a fetish or whatever you want, but I pretty much only date or sleep with men 40 and up.
Slay.
Yes. My family doesn't know this or that I'm gay for that matter. Pugsley Prince. Done with him. Done with you all.
He's nuzzling the ring light.
I know. Oh,
Come here, puppy.
come join us.
You were sweet boy last time.
Yeah, what happened? It wouldn't be an issue. They just never ask. We don't really share personal things like that. About 6 months ago, I met David, fake name, duh, at a club. We hit it off. He's in great shape for his age, supposedly 43, although that's a lie. He's actually 47, as I've found out. Really attractive, charming, etc. He left for a 2-week work trip a few days after we met, but we kept messaging each other and I really liked him, which is rare for me. We went on a date after he came back and have pretty much been dating ever since.
I'm so uncomfy right now.
I know. He has a lot of money and I'm kind of his sugar baby, but that's not the
Or
reason.
his real baby.
He's making up for lost years. And that's not, but that's not the reason I was attracted to him. Definitely a plus though. I didn't tell anyone we were dating except for 2 of my best friends. He also never met any of my friends or family, and I never met his. This changed last night. We were at a restaurant when out of the corner of my eye, I spotted my mum. I don't live at home and we only usually text if we need something. So I didn't know she'd be there. And to be honest, I still don't know why she was there.
Because God himself.
Yeah.
God
Looking out for
himself
you.
stepped in and went, "Pooh, I've
Yeah.
got a real love of creepy sun things. Love doing creepy sun things. Love doing creepy sun things. Love doing creepy baby things.
Love
anything
killing babies.
weird, Father, Son,
Yeah,
and the Holy
loved it.
Spirit, I'm about it. This, however, my child of God, is not it.
Mm-mm.
And God, he got up off his giant chair and he said, "Phew, Mum, you're up."
Yeah.
That's
Time
what I
to intervene.
that's what I picture.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So she hates going out and thinks it's a waste of money.
Mum sounds fun.
Yeah, like a hoot. She had not seen us yet, but David noticed me looking at her. I'll forever remember the way his face changed when he saw her. His expression went from his casual, charming smile he always had to this blank, panicked look. I obviously noticed and got a really bad feeling.
My skin is crawling. I'm just so scared for this man right now. Not the dad.
I know.
Ah!
I obviously noticed and got a really bad feeling, so I asked him what was wrong, and he just got up and excused himself.
Oh no, he's run again.
He's run away.
David!
He's walked out again.
David, come back!
David! I kept asking him where he was going and grabbed him so he couldn't just leave. At this point, I was really confused and suspicious, but I would have never guessed what would happen next. I don't think anyone could ever prepare me for it. At some point, while I was getting up, my mother must have spotted us, because next thing I know, she's next to our table asking me what was going on. I couldn't really pinpoint her facial expression because it looked like she was horrified. But again, at this point, I didn't know David was my father, and she just doesn't know I'm gay. David is visibly uncomfortable and looks like he wants to die. He was literally sweating. I assumed it was because he didn't want my mother knowing I was dating someone of his age. I was about to try to explain what was going on to my mum when she said, "Why would you go behind my back like this?" I was so confused because, again, I didn't know he was my dad. So, what is she going on about?
Yeah, he's like, girl, I'm just trying to get some. It's not my fault you don't like going to Sizzler.
Yeah.
Fucking go home. Fucking go home then.
She probably assumed I had looked for and met up with my father without talking to her about it, despite her telling us how badly he treated her.
Right.
To me, however, it seemed like she was acting crazy for no reason. I kind of took it personally and thought she was trying to tell me who to date and what to do. So I casually told her that I was just on a date with my boyfriend, and I tried to grab David's hand, but he just jumped up and ran away. He literally bolted like a fucking Olympic runner.
He's done it before, he'll do it again. This is his grand final. He's competed in a few heats.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the final.
This is his Olympics.
But he doesn't know that that's his son either. So
no, he does, I think.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Sorry.
If he does, this is the true crime segment of You've Messed Them Up.
You're right. No, he doesn't know, but he saw his mum and he's like, oh, shit. He literally bolted like a fucking Olympic runner. I cannot get their fucking image out of my head of him jumping between waiters to get away. Everyone was staring at us by this point. It was so embarrassing and I was mortified.
Babe, if you're mortified by that, you got another... my darling, you got another thing coming.
Oh.
If you're mortified by him running out of the restaurant and spilling some Caesar salad, you have got another thing coming.
Oh, God. My mum looked like she was frozen in place. I was more confused than ever. I had no idea what was happening. I had assumed she had asked me that because she didn't want me to be gay, which made no sense. She's very open and liberal, or date older men, which made a bit more sense, but was still none of her business. But her expression just made my skin crawl. It's like I could feel the horror she must have been experiencing. But she just told me to get up and come with her. I was still confused, but something in her body language told me to just do as I was told. I quickly paid for our drinks and appetizers. Thank God the main course hadn't been served yet, because damn, that shit was expensive. My mum excused herself to her friends, and once we were in her car outside, we just sat there in silence for what felt like at least 10 minutes. I didn't really dare to say anything. I was still processing that my boyfriend just fucking ran away from me and my mother. I had also tried to text him, but he wasn't responding. Shocker, I know. When my mum spoke...
I'm so uncomfortable.
When my mum spoke, it sounded like she had been shot. She sounded so wounded, I think it might haunt me forever. She asked me who that man was, and I explained to her. And I went on about how much I loved him because, again, I was still thinking of David as my boyfriend and assumed my mum's reaction was because of his age or gender. I cannot believe that I went on about how much I romantically loved my dad right to my mother's face. It makes me want to puke. Long story short, she told me he was my father and that she instantly recognized him. That talk was the most traumatic experience of my life. We both started crying at some point and just wept for a while in the car. I was howling. It was fucking primal. I'm not usually emotional or prone to crying, so it was a real shocking to me just how much pain a person can feel. Most of it is just a blur now, especially compared to how clearly I remember every other moment of the evening up to this. We drove home. I slept in my old bedroom. We haven't talked about it since, but my brother is also staying at our place still. He's a med student, never moved out because of housing costs, and he knows something's up. Tried talking to me about it, and I just broke down again. How do I ever tell anyone this? The worst part is, I think despite all of this, I still love David. Just writing that makes me want to throw up. I cannot believe this is reality. Like, how fucked is all of this? Why did this happen to me? I don't even think I could tell my therapist about this. I tried messaging David, but I just don't know what to say. The last message I sent him literally just says, please call me, I love you. Sent right after he ran away. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fucking fuck? Like, how do I come back from this? How do I ever look my mum in the eye again? I haven't left my room yet, and I'm in tears while writing this. I can't even remember the last time I cried before yesterday, and now I've been doing it non-stop. If anyone has any advice, as if who the fuck else would ever accidentally do this besides stupid me, it would be highly appreciated. Also, feel free to make dark jokes about this. It's my coping mechanism.
Aww.
I also did not proofread this, as I don't think I can bring myself to read it again. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty horrific.
Oh, oh no. I, in fact, have no advice.
Neither. Divorce the dad.
Divorce it up! No. Fuck the dad.
Divorce the dad, marry the brother.
Kill them.
Kill the mum.
It's not a problem. that I feel equipped to offer advice. I think that's a job for a licensed professional.
Which you almost are.
Not up here though. No. Oh no. I fear it's one of those. I fear it's, you know, one of those stories where your friends tell you and it just keeps getting worse. Yeah. And in the end, you're just like a meme or no, like a stock photo. Like you're just like, yeah. You're just like
running.
Like that's me. Like, I think the mum needs to open up her communication lines a little more though, because imagine how traumatized. Oh no, she would be just as traumatized. I don't know.
I don't know who's more traumatized. All of the above. Honestly, I think everyone needs to have a good nap. Wake up tomorrow. I would your name, move country. New passport, everything. New identity.
I understand. I understand that you'd have quite complex emotions and whatever, and old mate Freud would probably be the best person to talk to you if he wasn't absolutely racked out of his brain and also dead. But I feel like maybe being like, please call me, I love you, wouldn't have been...
Well, that was before he found out.
Yeah, true.
So he saw him run his ass out of the restaurant.
I don't think I would text him after that.
I wouldn't, but
I can't
depends on how deep
judge.
in you are.
I get how... Oh, I'm trying so hard.
I know. Well, I do have an update for you.
Oh, go.
Okay. So, update. Found out I've been dating my father for almost 4 months. Okay, posting this the first...
Wait, 4 months? Have they fucked? They've definitely fucked. That is...
I believe there are comments about the things that they did. It was very intimate. It was a relationship, sexual and otherwise. Are you ready for me to start, or do you need a moment?
Go.
Okay. He says, okay, posting this the first time was a nightmare, so this is take 2. Please let me know if you see the comments. Firstly, I really appreciate everyone's comments, although I'm not in a mindset right now where I can take them seriously. Just feels kind of weird when people tell me everything's going to be alright when my entire life is in shambles.
I'm not going to tell you that. I actually fear it won't. I actually fear forever it's not going to be alright. And that's my medical opinion.
You need a lot of therapy, my friend.
Or just a lobotomy. Bring back lobotomies.
Honestly, bring back lobotomies. This is the perfect example of a situation that could be fixed with a lobotomy. Fully. Okay. I do think I'm doing way better than I should. I think I'm just dissociating though. However, what I do not appreciate is countless people DMing me, asking me questions about my sex life. So I will address this once and for all so y'all can stop. You fucking animals. You know who you are. Yes, we had sex. No, I was not the bottom. I do not subscribe to such outdated heteronormative ideals of what gay sex is supposed to be like. I am a switch and only date other switches. This is very detailed.
These are their stories.
Yes, the sex was good. I don't date people who are bad in bed. No, I will not continue to have fucking sex with my father. Send you nudes or give you sex stories of this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Anyways, there you go. Have the tea you so clearly desire. So you can fucking leave me alone. Okay, but like that would... Like, maybe it's really insensitive, but my first question would be, did they fuck? Because that...
Oh. I feel so bad for this person.
I know. Me too.
Also, really wild. Love you so much. Slay the day away. Wild for you to say you were a switch and that you only date and that your father was a switch as well. I feel like even if people were asking that, maybe just like don't answer.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Mainly just because...
Like, for other people asking whether I fucked my dad, yes. Did he take it as I take it? The answer is we both took it. And it's none of your business.
We both gave it, we both took it. Shut the fuck up about it.
Like, maybe you could have just said, hey, this message is abhorrent. Given what we know now. Yeah. Maybe... I did not subscribe. Okay, slay, babe. But also, like, maybe not the time.
Yeah. The shock image. Okay. So I'm going to skip over a bit of it because there's just a lot of him like sort of responding to people. So then it says, now for all the other lovely people. I think I need to talk about my mother first. A lot of people have a lot to say about her, and I think I need to set some things straight. She's not a bad person and did everything she could to raise us to the best of her ability.
Why would anyone think she's a bad person?
I don't know. She's also a black single mum living in a country where she is a minority and which put a lot of roadblocks in her way. But she always made sure to give my brother and I the best childhood she could. When I think of her, I only have fond, loving memories. Some people assumed, because of some of my previous statements, that we were not a close family, which is definitely not the case. We just really value independence and freedom. I live about an hour away from my mum, but still visit her monthly. We call at least once a week. We just don't force each other to confess things or information the person doesn't willingly give up. That being said, she has not always been perfect because no parent is. A lot of people were upset for not telling us about our dad. And trust me when I say that she is aware that she has made a mistake. But she also moved to another continent just to keep us away from him and make sure we never run into him. Oh shit, so that he must have like... Wait, what? There is no way she could have known that he would move to the same country as us years later. So they say, I was never interested in finding out more about my father. In truth, I resented him deeply for leaving my mother alone.
Amen.
To fend for herself in a world that wanted to see her fail. Since this has come to light, a lot of things I didn't know about my family have also been brought up. I found out that my brother and my mother often talk about my father, just not in front of me. Since I was so adamant to never learn anything about him. I remember throwing a tantrum because my brother kept asking when Dad's birthday was. My brother...
So hard.
Yeah. My brother knew his full name, had seen pictures of him, and knew most of the full story of what had gone down between my mum and him. It is not my story to share, as it is fully hers, and so I will not go into details. But know that he was not just emotionally abusive, like I had believed my entire life, but also physically and financially. The story of him leaving when she found out she was pregnant isn't fully accurate either. He apparently threatened to harm her if she didn't get an abortion, and so she packed her things up and left him. According to her, he never reached out or tried to find her, and she moved to make sure it would stay that way. She really just tried to protect us, and I'll never be able to truly articulate how grateful I am.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Obviously, finding out about all of this just makes me feel worse. I always shut them out when they try to tell me about my father, and I refused to learn anything about him because I naively presumed I was better than him, and therefore didn't need to bother learning anything about a man I wasn't good enough for. Obviously, that backfired, and here we are. Thankfully, my mother does not blame me whatsoever. She's extremely understanding of my side, and we've convinced her...
No, how could she?
Oh, and she wouldn't. No way. She's extremely understanding of my side, and we've convinced her to find a therapist, and she's also joined group counselling for victims of domestic violence. Okay, so I'm skipping ahead in this just for time and everything. Yet? No. So basically he's talking about, now he's on to his father. He says, basically, I kept texting and calling him the evening of what we referred to as the event because I was desperate and confused and I couldn't really believe what was happening. I then texted him 2 more times the day of and called once. No response to either. Then 2 nights ago, I decided to call him again, even though everyone in my entire life was against it. This was also just after we told my brother and we had a huge fight. I was really vulnerable and I don't know what the hell was fried in my head, but some part of me must have believed that he'd comfort me. He had been extremely emotionally available during our relationship. Sorry. Which very much contrasted what my mother had told me about him and their relationship. that's unhinged, that sentence right there. I didn't think he'd pick up the phone, but he did, and it was fucking terrible. He immediately started yelling as soon as he picked up. He had never yelled at me before, ever. Started calling me all kinds of slurs, like the F slur and pussy, which was just absurd. Started threatening me and that he'd off me and my bitch mother if I ever contacted him again. Said that if I told anyone about this, that I'd regret ever meeting him. Joke's on you, bitch. I already do.
I was going to say, ship sailed, David.
Yeah. It was such a fucking turn of character. I was genuinely not prepared for it, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I just cried on the other end of the phone while he kept yelling at me till he finally hung up. The entire thing was utterly terrible, and I can't believe that I didn't trust my mother and listen to her sooner when she clearly tried to tell me how horrible he was on multiple occasions throughout my childhood. Yeah, but babe, you didn't know.
Also, this is so many interweaving, like, crisscrossy, there's so much to unpack.
Yeah, he said, I just feel so stupid.
Oh, I feel really...
I know. I'll probably never contact him again, but Probably. But I cannot believe I undid all the efforts my mother put in to keep us safe all those years.
No, you didn't, babe. You just went on a bloody date.
Yeah, it's not your fault. And let him play the both of us the exact same way just because I wanted some dick. So basically from there he's saying that he sent the post to his therapist with a short email. Okay, so it ends with, so all in all, my dad is trash to no one's surprise. I might have mentally broken my brother. Therapy works. And my mother and friends are the best people on this planet. I'll keep answering questions for the next few days. And I think after that, I'll log out of this Reddit account for good. Documenting and sharing this with people has really helped me. And I appreciate all the comments, even if I cannot do much with them to help my recovery at the moment. Also, the jokes are top tier. Keep them coming. Everyone's tiptoeing on eggshells around me, so it's nice to see the comments just go feral. I just want to feel normal again.
I feel like I just got my shit rocked.
I know, that was a roller coaster. That was an absolute roller coaster.
I have no
No words?
No.
Yeah. No.
Fuck.
I hear you.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. It's rough.
I hope you weren't listening to that, Mr. Pud.
Yeah, Mr. Plumbum. Close your ears.
You're too little.
Yeah, you're only baby. Only 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, right?
I'm like in shock.
I know, I can tell. Would you like us to pause? I'll fill up our wine.
Yes.
Alrighty. Now, we're going to do some relationship advice. This is...
Wait, are they giving it or are we?
No, we are. Well, we don't have to. Mainly it's just they were looking for it. But this one has come from the Two Hot Takes subreddit.
Okay.
So the title is, I lost respect for my fiancé and want to break up with her after she panicked during a house fire a couple of nights ago. So he says, hi everyone. I'm really struggling with something that happened recently and need some outside perspective. A couple of nights ago, there was a house fire that started in our kitchen. My fiancé, my sister, and I were all home at the time. The smoke alarms woke us all up. When I woke up, I yelled for my fiancé and my sister to wake up and told them we needed to get out. My sister has always been quick to respond in emergencies. She grabbed a wet towel to cover her face.
God, this is another person who wants to fuck their sister.
I know, I've really created a theme with this episode by accident. Sorry, everybody. We're really going down an interesting road this episode. She grabbed a wet towel to cover her face and ran to help me. We got the fire extinguisher and...
Damn, that is smart.
Yeah.
I would not think of that.
No, me neither.
What would that do?
Stop the smoke, maybe?
You can't stop the smoke. Can
like
you?
from breathing it in. Or to like keep your face cool. I don't know.
I was like, skincare? Weird time for skincare, but okay, Miranda.
Queen.
No, it's got to be something like smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something smarter than
Anyway.
Yeah. We got the fire extinguisher and started trying to contain the fire as we were trying to figure out how to escape. But my fiance, on the other hand, completely panicked. She started crying and screaming that we were going to die and that we were trapped. I tried to calm her down and get her to help us, but she was just panicking too much and she was just not acting rationally. My sister saw my fiance's panic and she pretty much took charge. She told me to handle the fire while she got my fiance out of the house. My sister pulled her to safety and called 911. Once I got the fire under control...
I kissed my sister. I swooned.
And she caught me.
I swooned, my sister caught me, and I kissed her right on the lips.
It's like that, you know, that TikTok trend where it's like... the only person who can calm me down when I'm mad, and it's the person who to punch the mirror. I think the sister's there.
Yes.
That's what it's giving. Once I got the fire under control enough to safely leave, I joined them outside. But seeing my fiance react that way really disappointed me. I know it was a terrifying situation, but because she couldn't stay calm, it just made everything more dangerous for us all. It was just the complete opposite to how my sister reacted. She took control of the situation and helped us all out safely.
Get a room. Get out.
I feel bad about it, but I just feel like I've lost a lot of respect for my fiance because of how she reacted. I love my fiance, but her panic just makes me question how she would handle future emergencies. I've spoken to my sister and she thinks I should just break up with my fiance because the way my fiance reacted was unacceptable. What if we were to have kids in the future and they were in a serious emergency? Would I be able to trust my fiance to handle the situation with calm? We haven't set a wedding date yet. I only proposed to her a couple months ago, but I just don't know if I want to marry her anymore.
I'm just tired. Like, first of all, do you know what? I'm not even going to dignify it with advice. The advice is fuck your sister.
Divorce the
Literally
fiancé,
and figuratively. Kill the wife, marry the house.
marry the fire. Divorce the wife, marry the fire.
There's hair everywhere.
I know. So the best part of this whole post was that the comments absolutely dragged him.
So who doesn't panic in a fucking house fire? You don't wake up and go, you wouldn't believe it, but
Guys,
it's hot in here, isn't it? Like, what? I would be like, you know?
I would panic. I'd be like,
Like, unless you're like a family of like emergency workers, I don't know.
Right? Unless you're a family of firemen. Like,
yeah, and it's like a lineage.
yeah. Passed down through the generations. Okay, so the first comment I have here
Also, I'd argue that a house fire probably won't happen again. Once in a lifetime sort of situation, in my opinion, unless you're setting them. Like, that's kind of my opinion. Like,
it's just a test.
He's like, stupid bitch.
Failed. Divorce.
I hate them all. Anyway. Oh.
So, first comment. Have you ever thought that you were all attempting to play fireman without calling 911 and forcing your fiance to feel obligated to stay in a burning building right on the cusp of being traumatically awakened probably made her reaction worse? What I have always been told about a house fire is to call emergency services and to get myself and others out of the house.
Did they not call emergencies? Oh, well, of
Not
course.
until she fucking left.
But why would you when Miranda's there? Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
Miranda's got the extinguisher.
You're right.
She's looking
You're
sexy
right.
in the flames. The fuck?
So to get myself and others out of the house, not to get the fire under control.
Yeah, isn't
and
it get down
safely
low
leave.
and go, go, go?
Yeah, famously. Get down low and go, go, go.
That's
It
it.
is.
And
No,
stop,
it
drop,
is.
and roll.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
all I remember from primary school.
Yeah, so.
That and tsunamis.
Oh, tsunamis.
That's it.
Same. So not to get the fire under control to safely leave or wait however damn long you all took to call the fire in. I'm pretty calm in an emergency, but I might start panicking if the people with me were refusing to do the number one thing firemen told us since childhood. Get the fuck out of the house and call 911.
I'd be like, we're gonna die.
Literally same. Don't try to be a hero. I don't know.
Get the fire under control. My
Oh, I know. Jerk yourself off a little bit
Oh
harder.
my god, that's so embarrassing.
Oh god. I don't know if breaking up is the right thing for you all. That's up to the two of you. I do think that you should probably have an actual conversation with your fiance like an adult instead of gossiping with your sister like a middle school girl. I also think it's crazy to extrapolate from this circumstance that your fiance wouldn't somehow care for her children because once she panicked when she was awakened in the middle of the night to a house fire her stupid fiance and his sister refused to evacuate from. But what do I know?
Yeah, everything that comment said.
Right?
Fucking weirdo.
And then on that, someone said, I'm absolutely shocked this comment isn't more common. Of course, she was panicking. This jackass refused to leave a burning building. And the next comment was, this is what I was thinking. He says he tried to calm her down to get her to help fight the fire. No awareness. Not get her, calm her down to get her out to fight the fire.
He's like, quick. She's like, fuck, the house is on fire. He's like, I know. What are we going to do about it? It's up to us.
What a fireman. Don't know.
Put your pants on. Let's go. Remember that bucket we had in the bathroom? Fill him up with water. Follow Miranda. She knows what to do. She's creating an emergency.
Start a train for the fire, for the water. Oh, so fucking stupid.
That would my fiance be like, we can't get married because you're the stupidest person alive.
Oh. This person goes on and says no awareness and no fire safety, and he doesn't even try to get her out of the house. Sister does it when she realizes he isn't going to. The man did everything wrong.
He's fighting the fire. I don't know why this is so funny to me.
The next person said, this is the whole thing. You were doing something other than escaping a burning house. Her panic seems warranted.
She's the only one with the fucking brain.
Literally. Oh.
Also, what's the fire extinguisher gonna do if the whole house is on?
That's just gonna run out quick smart.
He's like, psst. He's like, I can't believe she was panicking. I totally had it under control.
So then, oh my god, this one. Okay, so this comment is, it's natural to feel shaken up after something like a house fire. Have you talked with your fiance about how you feel and what happened? Communication might help clarify things before you make any big decisions.
Or the only appropriate reaction to a house fire is, Was he looking for, like, she sits up, like, dead, out of sleep, too. She went, I see. like, what's the good reaction? Like, that's unexpected. Get the water. Like, what?
Did we refill the fire extinguisher?
Like, what is the appropriate reaction? Save the china. I'm just confused. He's like, you did
Grab
not
all valuables.
He's like, you did not have the eye of the tiger.
Oh God! So someone commented it.
But, okay, wait, can I say? Sorry. Like, I'm being so biased because this is unhinged and so stupid, and he's an idiot.
Yeah.
However, if that were me and I was marrying a man and he woke up and screamed and was like, "We're gonna die," I would not marry him either.
Yeah. Like,
is that like a gender norm situation?
Probably.
Look at me subscribing to gender norms. Naughty.
But like, if they just kind of like left, like didn't try and fight the fire, I'd be like, fair enough, King. Like, let's do the thing that we're meant to do. Exit the building. Anyway, so this next person said, why wouldn't he actually talk to his fiancée, the woman he's supposed to love? His sister, who seems to idolize, says break up with her. So, of course, that's what he'll do.
Oh, my God.
Someone said, that's the vibe I got. This comment is so great. They say, one time, I sliced off the tip of my pinky and helped by running circles around our kitchen, trailing blood and screaming. My husband came in, wrapped me up and drove us to the ER. The man had the presence of mind to throw away the cut piece, so I didn't have to see it later. Never felt more in awe or in love with him. Some people just rock in emergencies. The rest of us just need to keep our wits enough to get out of their way.
So true.
So true.
I fear I'm the running in circles person. Actually, I don't know. No, now that I'm on meds and I can like stay conscious during emergencies, because I used to have this funny little problem that when any time I would lose consciousness. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Anyway. Yep. But now I fear I'm like the guy from Chicago Fire.
Well, to be fair, a woman got hit by a car and then you like...
But see, it's too much now. Now I'm too confident. See, literally, we were working, when we used to work at this bar a few years ago, this woman... This woman was just...
You're an idiot. I love you so much and I'm so proud of how far you've come, but man.
I ran. Okay, right. So the bar is across a pedestrian crossing. Okay. It's here. Pedestrian crossing's here. I was working. It was the day shift. This woman was walking from, older woman walking from the train station, which was just across the road, and she was carrying her grocery bags, and she walked across the pedestrian crossing and got hit by a car, and it was like pretty. Like, she flew over the bumper and, like, everything went everywhere. Anyway, I ran to her aid.
Like she was a paramedic.
Okay, well, who wouldn't run to someone's aid, right?
Oh, 100%.
I ran, and then I have been informed that I did do everything wrong.
By the paramedic who did actually happen to be there.
So what happened was, I ran over, and I'm like, anyway, I did say, up your pop.
Up your pop, Sandra. Let's move you over here. Can you walk?
Up your pop. Let's get you off the road. Which I thought was really nurturing and calm, but like, she probably just broke her spine.
That is the number one thing you're not meant to do.
So then this man comes streaking, no shoes on, I'll have you know, streaking out, and he goes, "Don't move her!" And I'm like, who are you? And he's like, "I'm a paramedic." And I was like, oh, you don't look like a paramedic. Which, to be fair, he didn't. He had no shoes on, and he wasn't in his uniform, and he was like,
Is that the only way you identify them?
Well, yeah, how do I know? I wasn't like, show me. Yeah, but
famously, that's a pretty good No one's pretending to be a paramedic.
You never know. I was protecting her. And then
You tell.
I was like, how do I know that? And he's like, ma'am, can you please step away from her? And I was like, no, she needs me. So I crouched next to her and she's like, woo! Like, obviously there's blood everywhere. She smacked her head or whatever. Groceries everywhere. And the person in the car is like, oh my, it's like super traumatic. And I'm like, I'm like calming her down, right? And she was listening to me, which was honestly her bad.
Yeah, honest. But to be fair, she had just had a head injury, so we can't blame her.
I was like, I'm going to go in there and get her some water. And then the guy goes, no, you can't, because if she needs surgery, so what, you can't have water? So then I'm like, oh, well, she looks really pale. I'm going to go get her some jelly babies. Like, we've got gummy bears back there. And he's like, no, she can't eat. I'm like, your medical assessment is pretty wild. She looks like she needs sugar. She's like, she
lived death's door.
She's like, no, she lived. She was fine. She came in the next day and was like, thank you so much. And I was like, don't mention it. But then I like also in my I was like I cannot explain to you. I just felt like this woman's life is in my hands. And the paramedic was like, can you step back? And I was like, okay, well, obviously he knows what he's doing, because he's like, hi, my name's Mark or something, I'm a paramedic, blah, blah, blah. Can you follow me? Like, he sounded like the TV show, so I thought, all right, she's in safe hands. So then
like the TV show.
So then I started directing traffic.
I forgot this part.
I was a woman possessed. I'm like, oh, whoa, go around. Like, I swear to God. And I'd be like, whoa, come on. No. Like, meanwhile, my boss has his face pressed against the glass window from the bar going, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, whoa, come on. No. Whoa. Let's go, boys. I swear to God. And I was just like, I just don't know. My life led to that moment. I cannot explain it to you. Then I started picking up her groceries, of course.
Well, that's only the right thing to do.
Yeah. And of course, and then I'm like, obviously, probably shouldn't have said it, but I was like, oh, we better whack this one in the fridge because it was chicken breast. And she was like, and I was like, and then I found, so when she got hit hard. Her shoe flew off. That's not funny. It's awful. But while they were assessing her, then the ambulance got there. I was like, just bring it in, boys. Park it here. I'm not joking. I was a woman possessed. I'm like, bring it in. Whoa! Can't you see we're doing something here? Yeah. Go round. And then the ambulance come in, they're like, thank you so much. I'm like, no worries, boys. All in day's work, isn't it? Really? They're like, I don't know.
What do you do, ma'am?
Aren't you working at the bar? I'm like, yep. And then literally I got like gathered all her groceries up. I'm like, better take these with you or you won't have that curry, taco mix in there. I love tacos. She's like, then I'm like, here, quick, 1 second before she's getting loaded into the ambulance. And I try to put her Skechers shoe back on her foot. And I obviously standing from where or just because I'm an idiot, didn't realize that her foot is like facing not where it was supposed to. And I'm trying to jam the Skechers. Like, I've not jam it, but I like put the Skechers on there and they're like, whoa, ma'am, no, like you're not going to get that shoe back on. I'm like, well, who's going to hold this? Because
this is important.
do I? They're like, no. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Got it.
I went, okay. Anyway, went back in and then a news crew turned up. They cleared the scene. The real traffic controllers turned up. And I was in my thing, like, washing my glasses. I'm like, I actually feel like I did a better job. They had a lot of congestion over that pass.
Wow, you were very good.
I was very assertive.
Yes.
And
you
then
didn't even have the little lollipops.
No, I bet I had these.
You had these lollipops.
And I was like, fuck are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid? Can't you see? She's dead. Well, she's not dead. She might be dead. That was literally me. Then the news crew turned up, and I thought they might have given me Australian of the Year.
Well, it would only be fitting.
I thought, I've done it.
Mission accomplished.
Anyway, she came in. She was fine.
Thank
She did
God.
remember me despite the jonk on the head. And yeah. So, in conclusion,
Oh.
I'm an idiot. I don't know. What's the conclusion?
So there's one that says, yeah, dude should marry his sister. Lol. And the next one was literally my first thought. Next one is, marry your fucking sister then. Damn, dude. Was what I said aloud and then had to explain to my boyfriend where that had come from. And then someone says, or at least slow dance with her at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Siblings dance. Lol. And then this next one says, I wish my fiance was more like my strong, confident, sexy sister. I mean, I wish I was fucking my sister. I mean...
Yep.
Yep.
What a fucking weirdo.
Right? Okay, so that's all the comments I have. I'm sure there's more. So, what advice would you give them also?
Like as emergency services personnel?
No, just as like a...
As woman to woman?
Yeah.
Obviously leave him.
Yeah.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
But the sister's shady.
Right. Like, I feel like the sister wants to fuck him just as much as he wants to fuck her.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Because, like, she's like, break up with her. It's giving Cheryl and Jason Blossom.
It is giving the Blossom
Giving
twins.
Blossom twins.
Oh my god. Why do I keep getting I keep shifting in each episode, my foot pops out. And I'm scared. Put the dogs away. Okay.
Put them piggies away.
Okay.
I'm done with us.
My maxi pads on my are making me, because they're hot, which is what they're supposed to do. But by George, they're making me sweat. And then my sweat's like loosening them, so they're just flip-flopping around.
Would you like to remove them?
No. Never.
Got it.
Cost-
I don't want to do this one. It's crazy.
Is it sad?
Like,
Or is it true crime?
yeah.
Oh, I don't care about true crime.
Okay. It's just a bit hectic.
As long as no animals die or anything, I don't
Of
care.
course not. I can't handle that.
You came into my room 2 nights ago and tried to tell me a sad story about a cat and then got
Oh,
mad
yeah,
at
I
me
did.
when I wouldn't let you finish the story.
Yeah, I did. That's
And then
true.
you said, well, I'm probably going to tell you a different time when you don't expect it.
I have been holding on to that.
I'm like, I don't want to hear it. You're like, well, you're going to.
You gotta when you least expect it. Oh, God. Okay. So, this comes from Let's Not Meet. I never want to meet my best friend again. This is true crime, by the way. After binging about 12 hours straight of YouTube readings of this subreddit, my mind is in a dark place, though I can't entirely blame it. My mind goes here often. This happened 3 years ago, but requires some background. My best friend and I grew up in a sleepy wannabe New Jersey, Central Florida town and were the outcasts. We had met in 6th grade when I'd overheard her talking to another classmate about Bionicles, my 11-year-old self's passion. We became fast friends and soon were inseparable.
Remember Bionicles?
Yep. Do I ever?
Did you like them? I didn't get into them.
never
I think my
was-
cousin did, though.
It sounds like Reed. It sounds like something Reed would have gotten into.
Yeah, I think he liked Bionicles, maybe.
I remember them, and I remember.
I think
them being
all
like a
boys
thing.
being like 10 to 12 years old liked
Yeah.
Bionicles. Or 8 to 12, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. We became fast friends and soon were inseparable. Soon began the gauntlet of sleepovers, birthday parties, and family gatherings. We were practically siblings. She was the first person I came out to as bisexual, and in turn, I was the first person she told about being trans. Her home life was tumultuous, though I can't say mine was any better. We often had a habit of taking refuge at each other's house. Like I said, we became like siblings. Her father...
This is horrible.
I know.
Because that's like our relationship.
I
I
know.
cannot imagine.
I know. Don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really sad. Her father was an alcoholic, strict and prone to physical discipline. Her sister was a stuck-up girl who soon gravitated towards the hicks and jocks when we entered high school. And her mother was a pseudo-vegan, hippie love child held over from the 80s. When I was 23, herself 22 at the time, we had another long night of sleeping over in order to let her escape yet another fight with her mother. She had recently lost her job at Walmart. I was going into my first shift at Taco Bell the next day. On the drive home the next morning, she excitedly told me that since she now had her own vehicle, she would be applying at pizza places that were in need of a driver. I was proud. It was the first time she'd hunted for a job on her own, as I'd usually been the one to coax her to apply where I was working. Not that she ever lasted very long. My first training day goes by quite well. My co-workers are friendly and try to get me to talk more. My manager likes to playfully embarrass me, a fat white guy, by trying to get me to talk hood to the other workers. Being a training day, it wasn't a very long shift, but I had been up early in anticipation, and this was my first day on a job in a few months. I got home around noon, informed some of my internet friends that the first day went well, and around 5 p.m. I start to bed down, drained from a good day. As I'm preparing to lay down in bed, I get a steam message from her, lamenting another fight with her mother and asking if she could come over. Now, I'd started to grow a bit weary of the fights on their end. I had begun to repair my relationship with my family, and a few friends and I had given her advice many times on how to better approach things. In my infinite wisdom and eagerness to sleep, I left the message on read and drift off into slumber. Around 8 p.m., I am awakened by her bursting into my room in a panic, having just been ripped from a dream. I'm groggy and disoriented. I drag myself to the bathroom and relieve my bladder and come back to the room to find her rocking back and forth on my bed. It is at this time I notice that she is covered in blood. So I ask her what happened. She informed me that she just saw someone murder her mother with a knife. My mind goes blank. In the deepest parts of my mind, alarm bells start ringing. Isn't the rocking back and forth a bit overdramatic? Why didn't she call the police? But this is my best friend. I've known her for over a decade, and we were the only people...
Overdramatic? Oh my god, this bitch should be friends with fucking old mate Fireman Sam.
Fireman Sam!
She's like, oh, you saw your mum die? Probably don't rock about it. Like,
well,
anyway.
Yeah. You're going to see why. And we were the only two people in the world we could count on. I suppress it and go and inform my sister and stepfather. My mother had passed the year prior, and it was roughly a month to the anniversary of her death. We were all in a dark place, antisocial as always. It was the only way we knew how to handle emotional issues. When I informed my family, they immediately go to the same place as I had, though they are far more vocal about it. I offer excuses I knew myself were flimsy and return to the room, phone in hand. I convince her to call the police, and I can hear her explain the details over the phone. A man in a black ski mask. When the cops arrive, she swears up and down that it's most likely her father. They send cars over to check the crime scene and take her in for a statement. I ride with her in the back of the cop car over to the sheriff's office. It gets to be around 2 a.m. Her sister was brought in, as was her father. I have work the next morning and request to be taken home by a police officer. It takes me a while to go to sleep that morning. The next day at work, I am quiet until my manager asks me what happened. I inform him, but decide to work the rest of my training shift. When I get home, my sister informs me she had confessed. Her mother threatened to kick her out for not being able to find a job, and in a rage, she had taken a kitchen knife and stabbed her repeatedly. My mind froze like a bad computer, and I turned to face my monitor. I was in a Discord call at the time, and all I could weakly say is, my best friend confessed to murdering her mother. Before hanging up and laying on my bed, Her last trial was the 7th of this month. I don't know the results, though my mother tells me she took a plea deal for life in prison rather than the death penalty. Part of me wants to contest that, to demand that they take the death penalty for ridding the earth of such a peaceful and caring woman's shadow. A larger part of me is just glad she's being punished. Natalie, you are my best friend, my sister, my platonic soulmate, but please, let's never meet again. Wild, right?
Holy shit.
Right? Like, imagine coming home and finding out that, like, I'd killed my dad. Like, what?
I mean, this is what gets me about all these. And, like, I'm a big true crime person. We both are. We watch all of these documentaries and listen to podcasts and all sorts of stuff. And I guess in me, I'm always like, surely you knew somewhere in you that they were capable of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're capable of... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just think that, like, somewhere in you, you're like, yeah, that...
Like, that's not something that person could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I would never think that you would be capable of that. Ever in a million years.
No.
So, like...
That's not my...
Yeah, but, like, you do wonder, like, are there signs? Like,
but then people always say that they never knew that they were... It's completely whatever.
But then, like, also, again, like, then you see, like, the... What's the triangle thing? The pyramid thing?
Old mate, what's his name?
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. With the fire starter bedwetting and blah blah. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, what is that?
Or whatever.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I keep thinking Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but that's
nope.
not it.
Famous.
That is not it.
Nope. No one needs to start
There's
fires.
something triad.
Yeah.
McDonald's triad.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
Yes.
We got there.
Oof.
Yeah. So, like, I do wonder, like, people who are capable of that, do they display that? Or, like, is it a psychotic break? Is there, like...
I wouldn't even know. Like, I've met people and been very close friends with people that upon reflection, we've both said,
yeah,
I believe that person capable of that.
Yeah.
I know we're thinking of one person in particular.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1 to 2 people.
2 people.
Two people. And in the moment, you don't really like... Not that I'm saying these people have killed people, but, like, I would not be surprised.
Oh, no. It would, like, fully... There would be no
I know, it's so weird. We were, like, so close. But, yeah, there was just, like, something so unhinged and so, like...
There's something off. Like,
off. Yeah. It's always in the eyes, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, crimes have been committed by these 2 people. And when it all sort of came to light... Well, it didn't all come to light, but I'm sure there's a plethora of shit that hasn't come to light.
Oh,
but when a lot of stuff, like, came out and stuff, we were like... they both get that same look in their eye, that, like, shark look where it's just, like, dead behind the eyes. I don't know if you've ever met anybody like that, like, but they're the only 2 people that I've ever met that I can, like, honestly say. Like, I've met some, like, despicable people that are just, you know, all the bad adjectives, but not like that. Like,
but yeah, no, I really do, like, especially with something like this, like, you wonder...
Is like, that, like, was that, like, do you look back on reflection and go, like...
Was there signs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I, like, truly... But, like, with something like this, like, you go, did you just snap? But, like, from
yeah, but what does, like, snap entail? Like, I don't... Like, even if you snap, like, what, you yell, you, like, flip out, you maybe, like, storm out, or you, like...
Yeah, you don't stab your mother and kill her.
I'd argue there'd be, like, no violence in a snap.
Yeah. I mean, not in my snap.
No.
Not in your snap.
Yeah. I don't know, like, how you snap and kill someone.
I feel like you have to be inclined that way, right?
Absolutely,
Like,
you have to.
Yeah. So
Unless you're under extreme emotional duress, it's like I don't know, like a fucking hostage situation or something, or like something like that, you know?
Yeah, unless you're like, it's like a life or death, like fight or flight.
Yes, for sure. Then different, but
yeah, of course. But like just to like snap in like an argument, but then again, like I mean, we don't know this girl's side of
we don't know her side of the story.
Like maybe she was in that.
And they
situation.
said that she said she was always fighting with her and all this stuff and whatever. But you know, I'd argue murder is not the answer.
It's a step further
ever.
than I would take it, but hey. Okay, so last but not least, this one, it's really fucking cute, and but it's like, it might make you cry.
I better not be sad.
It's not sad.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Trigger warning, speaking of EDs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Phew.
Good for you. I'm
like, oh, that old chestnut? I don't care about that. Okay, phew.
So, this one is called, it comes from True Off My Chest. It is called, I accidentally trained my cat to be an eating disorder support pet. So they said, I'm feeling guilty today. I've had this cat for 3 years now. My ED got significantly worse around 2.5 years ago. At first, I didn't even realize what she was doing. I had a problem with purging for a long time. She would get between me and the toilet demanding attention and fuss while I cried. She would sniff my face and lick it, making it impossible to purge. If I locked her out of the bathroom, she would meow so loudly that I'm sure the neighbours heard. I finally managed to stop purging last year, after recovering and relapsing a few times. The lockdowns have been really difficult, and not being able to go to the gym hasn't helped. A couple of months ago, my cat stopped eating. She got very skinny. She was really underweight. Vets couldn't find anything wrong. I hadn't changed her food. There was no reason for it. I'm not sure how it happened. One day I decided to have breakfast too. So I sat down with my food and put her bowl next to me, and she finally ate. I did the same at lunchtime, and again, she actually ate. The same.
Speaking of emotional support animals.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Hi, Bobby. It's okay. Hi, Bubba.
Hi.
See, I swear to God, this cat, the moment he feels like our emotions change, he runs over.
He's like, ah.
Come here, Bob. You can keep playing, baby. We're okay.
You want to keep playing?
Oh my God, he's so fucking cute. I want to cry. Okay.
Stop. And again, she actually ate. The same the next day and the next. We've been doing it for a while now. She's still underweight, but she's getting there. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. We have breakfast at 9:30. I need those couple of hours to build up to breakfast. I slept really badly last night. I woke up at 9:10 and I just couldn't do it. Lunch is at 12. I just couldn't eat. I put Lily's food down near me. She stared at me, stared at her bowl, stared at me again, and then walked away. I'm heartbroken that I couldn't do it for her. She needed me to eat and I let her down. She finally ate it at lunchtime. I had a sandwich and she kept glancing at me, pausing for me to continue before she would eat more. People say we don't deserve animals. I don't deserve this cat. She's saving me. She's saving my life, quite literally. And I don't think anyone appreciates or understands how incredible that is. It's also absolutely terrifying. I don't deserve this cat. I know. Sweet. So she's got an update.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She said, I was trying to reply to everyone, but this took off a whole lot more than I thought it would. I can't believe the awards from everyone, the comments and likes, but most importantly, the massive amounts of support from everyone. Thank you for sharing your stories, your pets, your support, encouragement, and your belief in us to get better. I'm absolutely overwhelmed, and I really wish I could thank you all personally. Please know that I'm reading every comment and I will try to reply, but I do have therapy today, so it may take a while. Also, we just had breakfast. Lily had chicken and duck. I had granola and yogurt. And
I can't.
I have a photo of her.
Oh my God,
Of
let
the
me see.
cat.
Oh my God. She's so cute. I'm crying.
Look at the little blip.
Oh my God, she's a hero.
She is a little hero.
Oh my God, I love her so much.
I know.
Animals are like the greatest thing in the world. Don't.
They are. They're perfect. They're beautiful.
Like, seriously, from someone who has anorexia, like, the only way that I would eat, like, in those bad spaces is if it would affect them
Yeah.
or someone I love.
Yeah.
What a clever cat.
I know. Isn't it beautiful?
I know, but it's so awful because you'd feel so guilty.
Oh my God. Horrendously. But, like, also, like...
It's like, yeah.
What an animal. What a fucking animal.
I swear, all animals are just angels on earth. I'm not even talking into this. My bad. Sorry, guys. What a special, beautiful, like, they're, like, she's an angel on earth.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what a stubborn little hoe too. God, I love her.
I love it.
Well, if you don't eat, then neither am I.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Like, forced recovery or not? I don't know. Like, that's like the vibe. Like, not saying that's the way to go, but what a sweet lamb.
Like, she has nothing else. She's like, Mama.
Yeah.
I don't
And like,
it.
I get it. Like, yeah, far out. It's just, what you doing? You just brought me a toy? Thank you, baby. See, I'm crying and he brings me his toy over.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. You want to say something? Say hello. Come here. Okay, so that is our episode 3. Finished. We want to thank everyone who has like DM'd us and commented and liked and stuff. We're like shocked and happy and so excited to get this ball rolling and have more content out to you guys. If you want to follow us, we are on all forms of social media. Everything at our at our cozy corner of hell. All one word, and it's on everything, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to follow us separately, mine is at Azure Music AU, AZURE is Azure.
Mine is at Hannah's Daily-ish Diary.
Yes, and also,
Thank you.
if you didn't know, which if you're here, you probably do, I do music, so that's on Spotify and everything, which is just at Azure. So if you want to see any of that, otherwise, we'll see you next week. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.